What's up, folks? It's your boy Las Vegas Cat. Sitting here in these Never Enough Studios, Las Vegas. I'm proud to announce, man, they are writing a screenplay about my life, and I hope that filming will start next winter, probably around December sometime. But the movie should be awesome, man. I decided to pitch this to a couple people, and they bit, man, and they're gonna be writing a screenplay that's gonna come to a pilot, and then hopefully we'll be able to make some type of movie out of this, man. Briefly, just a little insight on the screenplay that we hope to make a movie of. My mom was a Memphis migrant. She migrated to what's known now as the jungles of Los Angeles. Coliseum, Martin Luther King, between Crenshaw and La Brea area, Baldwin Hills area. I went to Audubon, Hillcrest, Dorsey, but in between those segments, for a few of those years, we moved out, and I got to see a lot of other ways of life, a lot of other people. Like, for instance, at 8 years old, I went from Hillcrest Elementary to a little school in Palmdale, California called Tumbleweed Elementary. Like, I was the only black dude, so I went from the only white people being the teachers in my school to me being the only black person in my school. I learned diversity early, man, and I actually, at the time I learned diversity, there were no diverse people around me. Everybody was prejudiced, and I was the only Negro in this whole school, man. I hope to be able to go back and get the records from all of that. So then we went back to the J's, though, and after learning dialogue and respect and how to eat at the table, not saying that Big Ma don't teach you that, but it's treated a different way in a white perspective. But after learning all these white things, if you will, I moved back to the jungles, though. And that took a toll on me. I had to comply. I had to do. I had to comply in Mom's house, and I had to comply in the streets. And as we got older into junior high school, which I went to Audubon, Hillcrest, Audubon, and Dorsey. The early years when Mom moved to the jungles, it was a Black Panther situation. It wasn't a gang situation at all yet. That came years later. I can remember meeting Huey Newton's, I believe, older brother. My mom tries to get me to remember that a lot. But anyway, so we move on from there, and we go to Audubon, like, where we weren't yet gangbanging. There were actual BPS members that was that young, but I wasn't one of them. So we had this tagger crew called NKS, Never Caught Slipping, now known Scandalous, Natural King Style. So I was about one of the first 5 on that clique. But we hitting up in the jungles, living in the jungles, young dude, not really paying attention to that element. And although a couple of my friends, older relatives, and a couple of my older relatives were involved. Now, mind you, in the jungles, every youngster learns karate, and they follow it up into their older years. So we were pretty defensive. We were able to handle ourselves. But as time went on, like the gangs didn't want us in the neighborhood, striking up NKS in their neighborhood, and we was getting rowdy and having our own feuds with other people anyway. So it was mandatory that we became soldiers of the nation. You know what I mean? So one by one, we got picked off, as you will, and mine was kind of lightweight because I had family in the neighborhood, so I didn't have to do as much as somebody who didn't. But anyway, after learning all of that, man, and seeing all of that, I got in trouble, and I had to move to Pittsburgh. First I moved to Michigan and seen another way of life through Christianity. That was probably about 16, 17 years old. Whereas in my neighborhood, most of those who even followed any type of religion was Muslims. The movie goes on, man. I just want to give y'all a little pic, and then if it actually comes all the way to this present day, you know what I mean? Because the Thehoodcrittic is going somewhere with it. You know what I mean? I hope this thing is off the hinges, man. My life was crazy. So give you a little more. We go on to Pittsburgh. I moved to Pittsburgh at 15, 16 years old. And till this day, Elmore Square, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, your boy is a soldier and a founding member, you know what I mean, up there, and loved all over Pittsburgh, if I will. That's Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, not Atlanta, not Georgia. But we had a ball, man. We had I actually go back from time to time. My father has passed away at this time, but he actually lived a lot. Sonny Rogers, there's a tribute to him in the movie too. So then I ended up going back to the Jays and back to Michigan, and we established these neighborhoods, the same neighborhood in Los Angeles, and Memphis and Pittsburgh. Excuse me, Michigan and Pittsburgh. So I have never returned to Memphis. So in this movie, it's going to be my actual return to Memphis. You know what I'm saying? The first time. I got a lot of family out there. Shout out to all of you whom I haven't met yet. And I've passed there so many times, but I'll go soon. That's all I can say. But the movie is expected to be hot, man. I'm going to put bits and pieces of behind the scenes and all that stuff on my show when we do get started. Just now in the screenplay writing stages, and you know, ironing out the kinks. But I hope that you like it. I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope that it might even actually hit the big screen. You know, I hate for it to be made and then after I pass, then it be something that you get to learn from. But I turned out to be a pretty good individual, man. I love y'all. It's your boy, the Hood Critic. Any comments, any questions? But I'm gonna start posting this thing up on my show every once in a while to let y'all see my progress. The movie, I don't know what they're gonna call it. I don't know what it's. I don't know, man. I just want it to be accurate. It's your boy, the Hood Critic, man. That's what I'm up to. Besides this thing right here. I love y'all.